Some Nintendo franchises never make it past the 80s or 90s, unless 20 or so years later the franchise becomes relevant again. And that happened to Kid Icarus. With only 3 games under its belt, Kid Icarus is still a fondly remembered title. And with fondness comes merchandise. So strap yourselves in, and let's get ready to soar through the world of Kid Icarus merchandise. The first game, titled Kid Icarus, released onto the Nintendo Famicom system in 1986, of course, in Japan, because Famicom is Japan. You understand where I'm going with that, right? And a year later, for the Nintendo Entertainment System in the US and Europe. Aside from being a normal cartridge, Kid Icarus was on the Famicom Disk System, and this flyer promotes it along with other games for the add-on. It showcases cute artwork of the characters on the front and back with Japanese text. Funhouse Inc. released a vinyl that features music from Kid Icarus as well as Metroid and an orchestra sound. It was released on February 25th, 1987, in both cassette and vinyl form. Side A will play the Kid Icarus tracks, while Side B will play songs from Metroid. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are these two franchises featured together so much? These two games are part of what's called the Adventure series. Games that were part of the series were marked as so on the bottom left-hand corner of the box art. Only 2 games in the series were released, including Kid Icarus and Metroid, and that also explained the references to Metroid in the Kid Icarus games, most notably Uprising. Originally planned for the Nintendo Wii by Factory 5, which was canned by Nintendo as the company did not have permission. Yoshio Sakamoto, in fact, was not aware of any plans to revive the franchise, but suffice to say, after release of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, E3 2010 showcased a new Kid Icarus game by the name of Kid Icarus Uprising. During said event, if you played the demo of the game, you'd get this pin badge of Pit, also given to guests by Nintendo representatives, but at E3 2011 was this t-shirt of Pit and the game's logo. The event also had this poster up for display, but some representatives held onto them to preserve these pieces that would have been thrown out. Many fans were excited about this game, and when it hit store shelves in 2012, it was a success. I've played this game myself and it's easily in my top 5 for 3DS games. The game was promoted alongside Super Mario 3D Land, Star Fox 64 3D, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, with these Nintendo Superstar posters that were displayed at GameStop and EB Games. Also at those stores was this advert for a special bundle for the game and console for only $169.99.
Plus tax.
It's a good bundle if you don't have a 3DS and want to get the game as well. If you are subscribed to Club Nintendo, you'd have these posters of Pit and Dark Pit shipped to your door. With this service out of commission, these items are becoming more desirable by the day. Good Smile Company, the king of awesome figures called Figmas, released a figure of Pit and Dark Pit, and heck, they're re-releasing these two due to high demand for these bad boys. They're highly articulated, the detail is incredible, and they're the only Kid Icarus figures to exist. Japan, of course, has to promote this game, and their advert is clear, cut, and dry. The game's box art is showcased with some screenshots, the release date, and price. As a bonus for pre-ordering the game, you got its soundtrack. Sadly, other countries never got a bonus. However, the game does. In each box of Kid Icarus Uprising, you'd get a pack of AR cards. AR cards are like e-reader cards for the 3DS that feature bonus content for a select few games like Kid Icarus Uprising and Hatsune Miku Project Mirai DX. Europe sold a bundle of the game with an AR card book to store all the cards you collect. Nintendo World Stores held a battle and trade event for players and collectors to finish their collection of cards. The reason? Take it away, Blake!
What that means, let me give you a situation. Let's say you bought the digital version of the game for $20, which contains no AR cards. What do? Well, luckily, Sega does what Nintendo don't and provides you a free, downloadable, and printable version of all the AR cards. In fact, I'll provide you guys a link to the site where you can go download and print those out for yourself in the description below. So, you're good on that terms. And actually, that's a lot better than what Nintendo does with their AR cards. And no, I don't mean the AR cards that you get when you first buy the 3DS, because the 3DS cards are just there for demonstration purposes and just show you a little bit of animations and whatnot. I also don't count the ones that you can get with a $10 eShop card, which allows you to take photos of Mario, Peach, Goomba, Bowser, and I think Toad and Luigi. I'm not really sure. I know the four I just mentioned, Mario, Peach, Goomba, and Bowser, you can actually take photos with them. I'm not sure about Luigi and Toad. I could be totally wrong on that, and I'm fully aware of that. But what I do mean in terms of AR cards is, I'm comparing the way AR cards function, or AR cards were distributed here in Mirai DX, compared to that of Kid Icarus Uprising. As I mentioned before, whenever you get Mirai DX physical, whether it was in the past or if you bought it new, which again is $95, every AR card is available to you right off the bat because it becomes prepackaged alongside a signature belt, like looking wallet chain. Man, I cannot work today. But let me show you guys a little bit of a history with Kid Icarus Uprising. Back in 2012, this is the most obvious part, Kid Icarus Uprising was released here in North America. Alongside Kid Icarus Uprising, there were also a bunch of card packs that you can get that allowed you to scan specific monsters and certain things into Kid Icarus Uprising to enhance your collection. Years to probably months, not really sure, passed down the line, and the AR cards stopped selling in most physical stores. I believe here it was exclusively at GameStop. I could be 100% wrong on that one in terms of Kid Icarus Uprising. But afterwards, the cards became so hard to find that if you wanted to complete your collection, you were looking at not cheap prices for one specific card in case you're missing like a card or two, or if you're looking for the entire set, hundreds upon thousands of dollars just for the entire set. And to make things even worse, some of the cards were not released in North America, and they were exclusive to Japan. So you either had to purchase those cards individually for high prices, ranging from hundreds again to thousands of dollars. So I'm pretty sure, unlike the entire set, I'm pretty sure it's just hundreds of dollars. And to make that even worse, that was not the complete set, because the entire set up until 2018 was missing 2 whole cards. One of the cards, Nintendo released, or at least I think Sakurai did. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Kid Icarus Uprising and Super Smash Bros., released one of the never-released cards 2 days before Super Smash Bros. Ultimate hit shelves for the Nintendo Switch. The other one was released right around the Christmas season of 2018. That was constructed, well, it was released, but fans on a specific website, I don't remember which one, pieced the final card for Kid Icarus Uprising together, and that was Stone Medusa. Compare that to Project Mirai DX, who do you think won the AR card contest? I don't know about you, but I'm on Team Miku for that one. Sorry, Palutena, you're a great goddess and all, but you really done messed up with those cards.
Thank you, Blake, for the insight. Check out his channel after this. Blake the Nerd. He's awesome. Kid Icarus didn't have much to offer in regards to merchandise and physical adverts, but what it did offer was quality. Those Figmas, the history of the AR cards, and the return of Pit is worth this video. I feel this franchise needs a bit more recognition aside from Pit, Dark Pit, and Palutena just being characters in Smash. Kid Icarus is a part of Nintendo and video game history. No matter how small a game or franchise may be to the world, it plays a part in writing the story of video games as a whole.